Welcome to the World Journal, your trusted source for the biggest stories from around the world. And today we bring you a truly emotional chapter from the history of sports. The racing world is mourning the loss of Ron Turcotte, the Hall of Fame jockey whose name became forever linked with the legendary Secretariat, as he has passed away at the age of 84. Born in 1941 in the small town of Drummond, New Brunswick, Turcotte grew up as one of 14 children in a working-class family, never imagining that one day he would ride into history. His career began humbly, working as a hot walker and exercise rider, but with sheer determination and natural talent, he rose through the ranks of Canadian and American racing to become one of the most successful jockeys of his era. Over the course of his career, Turcotte notched more than 3,000 wins, but it was his partnership with the great Secretariat that cemented his place in immortality. Together, they conquered the 1973 Triple Crown, a feat not achieved in 25 years. First came the Kentucky Derby, where Turcotte guided Secretariat to a record-breaking time that still stands. Then at the Preakness, Secretariat once again dominated, leaving fans in awe. And finally, the Belmont Stakes, a moment etched forever in sports history, when Secretariat charged ahead with such incredible speed and power that he crossed the finish line an astonishing 31 lengths ahead of the field. That image of Turcotte glancing back over his shoulder while Secretariat stormed into the record books remains one of the most iconic moments in all of sports. But Ron Turcotte's story was not only about triumph. In 1978, just 5 years after his greatest victory, tragedy struck. While riding at Belmont Park, Turcotte suffered a catastrophic fall that left him paralyzed from the waist down. For many, such an event would have marked the end of their journey. But for Turcotte, it became the beginning of a new chapter. Despite his injury, he refused to step away from the sport he loved. Instead, he became a passionate advocate for jockey safety, using his own experience to push for better protections and medical care for riders. His courage, resilience, and determination inspired countless fans and athletes around the world. Throughout his life, Turcotte received countless honors. He was inducted into the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame, the National Museum of Racing's Hall of Fame, and received the Order of Canada for his remarkable achievements. Yet beyond the awards and recognition, it was his humility, his quiet strength, and his unbreakable bond with Secretariat that defined his legacy. Even in later years, confined to a wheelchair, Turcotte continued to attend racing events, sharing stories with fans, signing autographs, and reminding the world that true champions are not only measured by victories, but by the way they face adversity. Today, as tributes pour in from fellow jockeys, trainers, racing fans, and sports icons across the globe, Ron Turcotte is remembered not just as a man who rode Secretariat into the history books, but as a symbol of perseverance, honor, and greatness. His life story is one of humble beginnings, breathtaking triumphs, unimaginable tragedy, and lasting inspiration. Here at the World Journal, we honor the life and legacy of Ron Turcotte, a name that will forever be written in the golden pages of horse racing history. ****